Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how you can use JavaScript validation in your HTML forms. So let's get started and see the simple example of JavaScript validation. So let's start. First, creating a new file, JS validation example.html. Then giving HTML tag. Now creating a body. Now let's add a form, giving action like save.php, method equal to post. After that, let's create some inputs. So first, giving label and name, then br. After that, creating an input. So input type equal to text, name equal to name, and placeholder equal to name. After that, let's close it and also adding br. Now let's copy this. And paste multiple times. So we can take multiple inputs like name, email. After that, age, and let's add an input for course. Change this to email and change name to email. Changing this to age and also change this to age. And let's remove this input. Instead of this, we need a drop down. So select, then adding a drop down option like BCA, then adding one more option, MCA, one more time, and BBA and MBA. Now save it and let's add one more input like message. So label, message, also add a BR. Then in message, text area, name equal to message. Let's add a BR also. Now let's get an input. So button, type equal to submit, save data, save it. Now let's run this simple HTML file. So click on terminal, new terminal, then ./JS validation, click enter, and you can see the simple HTML file which contain simple inputs. Now let's work on this validation. Currently, if you direct click on button, it gets submitted to save.php, but we need to do some restriction like we can't submit the form without validating these inputs. So there are lots of way for adding validation without JavaScript. You can also add a validation like by adding a attribute required. You can use simple validation like adding attribute required. So required, you can use this way to adding a simple validation. So in this way you can check whether is input is filled or not. So this is simple HTML validation. But now here we are using some JavaScript validation. So let's see how you can do this. So let's create a JS file. So script src equal to JS validation.js. Now close this script tag and let's copy this file name and create a new file .js. After that, let's work on this JS file. So first come to this page. Now let's add an event. So when we submit this form, first it will come to JS file and check everything is okay or not. Then it will proceed this URL. So let's see how I can use it. So on submit equal to return, then validate form So let's copy this, copy it and save it. Now let's create this function. So back to this page and create a function JS validation form. After that, just return false. So in this way you can prevent the form being submitted. If you now check, come to this Chrome, refresh page. If you click on save data, it's not getting submit. So we prevent the default action. Means now you can't submit the form. You can see if I click on this button, it's not get submitted. So we can prevent the default action by adding validate form and return a data false. If I return true, save it and let's check again. Back to Chrome, refresh page and click on save data and it gets submitted. So in this way you can prevent the default action of form. Here you can see I just add true or false. So in this way the form is not get submitted when you pass false on submit, and if you pass true it gets submitted. Now let's work on the main concept, which is validation of this form. So first let's see how you can check whether input is filled or not. So back to VS Code. After that let's move this line and first where form equal to or where name equal to document dot forms, then zero index because we have only single form and its index is 0. You can see again its first form and its index is 0. Let's access this value. So first also add a name in form, it's much easier. So form, then giving a name like data form. So you can access this form by its name. If you check again, let's comment it and console.log document dot forms, and let's do one more thing, return false. Save it and back to Chrome. Let's open console, refresh page, click on save data and you can see it return only first form. So in this way you can access the first form data by passing its index. Save it, again check, click on button and you can see you can access this form by its index. There is also another way if you want to access form, like by its name. Here pass the form name. So here if you see form name is data form. So let's pass this form name and back to Chrome, refresh page, click on button and you can see both are coming same value. First we can access from index and second we can index from its name. After that come to VS Code. So let's use it as a index or name. Then after we need to access the input. So let's access this input here, then pass name. Save it and back to Chrome, refresh page, again click on button and you can see you can access this first input by its name. You can see first it contains document dot forms, then form name, then input name. You can access the value. You can access this input if you want to access value dot value. Save it and back to Chrome, refresh page, save button. You can see it had empty data. That's why it does not print anything. Again back to VS Code. Now let's work on this validation. So for now just comment it and create some variables. So where name equal to document dot forms, then data form. After that name dot value. Now let's create other inputs. So next is email and here change it to email. Let's see other inputs. So here is age, copy it, paste it, paste it. Next is okay, here name equal to course. Let's copy it and paste here also, course. Then next is message. So copy it and paste here, also paste here. save it. Now we need to do some basic check. So first, if name equal to blank, then return false, then showing a alert message. So alert, please enter name. Save it and back to Chrome. Okay, do one more thing. Return should be after alert. Save it, back to Chrome, refresh page, click on save data, and you can see please enter name. So it's can't get submitted until we do not pass any value in name. If I type anything, then I submit, it's worked. So in this way you can check a single input box whether it is filled or not. Now let's check second condition. So second condition is our, like here is email. So we need to check whether it contain email or not. So as we know, email contain @ and a period or dot symbol. So let's check how it can work. So if email not email dot includes, then passing @ or not, okay, change it to and email not includes dot alert, please enter valid email. After that again return false. Save it, back to Chrome. Let's check it's working or not. So refresh page, then first name, let's click on save data, and you can see please enter valid email. If I try to use another data like this, please enter valid email. After that let's add @.com, and you can see it will work. So in this way you can use a email validation. Also there is another way for HTML, like if you want to use email input, change this to input type email. So there is also another way, but if you are try to use JavaScript, you can use like this. Also if you want to add multiple conditions like regex, so there are lots of ways for using more validation. Like if you want to add only Gmail and Yahoo accounts for registration, then you can add other expression like regex. After that, for now I'm just showing a simple examples of form validation. You can also go for complex example. For now just learn simple things. Now let's see one more thing. Like here is age. So here I want to take age input in length 2 digit. So let's see if age dot length not equal to 2, then alert, age must be in 2 digits. Save it and back to message, and back to Chrome, and see save data. So first name, then email. After that click on save data, and you can see age must be in 2 digit. If I try to also, okay, here I forget to add return false, so add it and save it, back to Chrome, again come back, refresh page, let's try again. Now giving age, so let's try to add some 3 digit, click enter, and you can see age must be in 2 digit. So you can change it to 44 and it works. So in this way you can check whether input length is greater than required input using JavaScript. Now third thing is like for message. If you want to take message input like for form validation or feedback, so let's see if message dot length smaller than 10, then alert message must be greater than, let's make it 20, then return false. After that, adding one more condition, message dot length greater than 100, so change it to message must be smaller than 100. Save it and let's check it's working or not. So back to Chrome, refresh page, save data, it's not working. Let's try to add input, age. Now try to save data and you can see age must be greater than 20. So after that, giving some inputs, let's copy multiple times and click on save data and you can see message must be smaller than 100. After that, let's change this to only. Now giving input anything which must be greater than 10, click on save data and you can see it's working. So in this way you can add a simple form validation using JavaScript. It is very useful when working with form to check user not put any other value or try to misuse your form. So in this way you can check validation. Also do one more thing, if here it show message, then after that just do one thing, name dot, instead of this, so just remove this value. For here I am just using it on name. For using in other inputs you need to remove this value. So in this way you can access this email HTML input. For now I'm just using as a name. So after that, name dot value, you need to check here condition. After that, name dot focus, save it and let's check it's working or not. So refresh page, input some data or first submit data, click OK and you can see name has been focused. So in this way, when clicking on alert, you can focus your input. Again, if you want to do in email, so remove it, then email dot value, email dot value. After that, email dot focus, save it and let's check again. Click on save data. So you can see name has been focused. Again some data, click on save data, click on OK and you can see input email has been focused. So in this way you can add a focus in inputs. Also if you want to do some more customization, let's add a name dot style dot background color equal to red. Save it and let's check again. Save data, OK, and you can see it's showing red input. So in this way you can add a red input also, red background input for validation error. So these are all the basics of HTML form validation using JavaScript. I hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. Please like our video and subscribe our channel.